Hey everybody, Sean with Cajun Smoke Seasoning. What we're gonna do today is we're gonna show y'all how to make an oyster artichoke soup. It's gonna be good. So y'all ready? We're just gonna cut everything out. Let's get started. All right, so we got butter melted. We got 1 stick of butter. We'll go ahead, we're gonna put a 1/4 cup of flour. Then we're gonna make a little butter roux. Real easy. We're just gonna thicken that up a little bit. We'll give that a second and let that thicken up. All right. Got our roux a little bit darker there. You can see that. That's looking some good. So what we're gonna do now is we have our onions. We have 1 large onion and 2 tablespoons of minced garlic. We're going to throw that in now. Get all of that goodness out of there now. All right. Let me get that stirrer. I'll go ahead and we're going to get all of that good in there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to simmer that. So we're not going to put it on high. We're going to simmer that gas stove on low. Electric stove, I got mine on about 2 to 3. So we're going to simmer that just until the onions get a little soft. They're real crunchy right now. We want them just soft. Look at that. If y'all could smell this, there's nothing in it but just the butter, the flour, and the onions and garlic, and oh my goodness. I could put that on some bread right now and just eat that. All right, so we got our onions and all sauteed real nice like. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna add 2 cans of artichoke hearts without the water, and do not use the one with the oil. Will make it not good. So let's go ahead and we're going to stir that all in. And then what we're going to do is we're going to let this simmer for 5 minutes. Just enough we're going to get them artichoke hearts all warm. And what I've done with those artichoke hearts is I've actually cut them a little bit, cut off the top of it. That way they all come apart real easy, like, because you want them all cut up and kind of every single layer just going everywhere. So we're going to give that 5 minutes to warm up. All right. So we then let all of the artichoke hearts and all sit for about 5 minutes simmering. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and we're going to add, right now I got a tablespoon of Cajun smoke. That's all we're going to need in that. There's a cute little thing I got that actually you can dial it to put whatever you want. I thought that was neat. I don't even know where I got it from, but I'm using it. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead, we're going to stir all of that good. Get it all stirred. Okay, and now we're going to start adding the chicken broth and oyster juice. What I have here is we have 3 cups of chicken broth, and we have 1 cup of the juice that was with the oysters. And we have oysters. This is, let's see, Prestige oysters. We got that from Rouse's. They had them on sale, so I went ahead and picked up some. They're from Texas. So in the United States, we love that. We love supporting our fishermen in the United States. So what we're going to do is we're going to pour this in. We're going to pour all of that in. All right, and let's go ahead. We're going to mix this vigorously. That way we want to make sure there's no clumps with the butteroo and all. Man, this is looking some good. Look at this. You know, we are cooking on the fly on here. And you know, sometimes you got to change stuff up a little bit. So what I'm going to do is, I see that we got a lot of artichoke hearts in there and all. So what I'm going to do is, we did 3 cups of chicken broth. I'm going to go ahead and add 1 more cup, which would be the full amount of chicken broth. I'm just going to go ahead and add that in, because it was starting to look a little thick there, and we don't want to thicken it up just yet. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and we can see there's no clumps in there. There is no nothing. Okay, so that is beautiful. So what we're going to do is, I've adjusted my stove here. We're going to put it on 3, which is about a low heat, because we don't want this to boil. So what we're going to do now is we're going to add, I got 1 bunch of shallots, you know, 1 bag of shallots or 1 bunch, whatever you have, and also 8 ounces of cut up mushrooms. You'll see those in a second. I just put everything together. So now we got 8 ounces of cut up mushrooms. All right, look at that. Because this is going to be something spectacular here. Okay. So here we go. We're going to go ahead. We're going to cook this for 30 minutes. All right, what I'm doing, I'm just backing up so I can get the lid. Because you know the mushrooms and all are going to shrink up. Everything going to shrink up. So we go ahead and we put that lid on for 30 minutes. Then we're going to come back and we're going to put that whipping cream. We're going to make this fattening, and we're going to make it just delicious. All right, so we're going to take the cover off here. It's been 30 minutes. We got to let the steam go through a little bit there. Yeah, wipe that off. There we go. Now we can see. All right. So now what we're going to do is we got the pint of oysters. These are Prestige oysters from Texas. That's what we had from Rouser. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to dump those in. We're going to mix that. And then we're going to give this 3 to 5 minutes. We're going to bump up the temperature to about medium. And we're going to let the fog settle. There we go. So we got all of this good. We're going to give it 3 to 5 minutes until the oysters kind of curl up a little bit. Because we don't want them to be all shriveled and rubbery. So we can put the cover back on. 3 to 5 minutes, then we put in the cream in. All right, so let me just show y'all here. We got the oysters just curled a little bit. They're not all curled up, just a little bit. That's what we want. Okay, so now we're going to add the whipping cream. And pour a little bit in because I got to hold the camera too, so we can pour a little bit and stir. You should be stirring and pouring in at the same time. Pour a little bit more. All right, now we're gonna pour the rest. Get everything now. And whipping cream is gonna make it good and fattening. That's what makes everything so good. All right, We're going to let that simmer for about 5 minutes. We're going to leave the cover off on this time. Let it simmer for 5 minutes. Get everything acclimated. And then we're going to taste it to see if we need any more seasoning in it. Alright, so here we go. We've been simmering. Ooh, looking some pretty there. Let's give it a little taste there. It's good. Needs a little something more. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a little bit more Cajun smoke in it. Okay. Now, sometimes what I do is I love the low sodium because, you know, Cajun smoke's only got 2% salt. Sometimes you might want a little extra salt in it. Normally I don't, but for this, I'm going to add just a little bit of salt. Get my little salt shaker, just shake, 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 shake. And that's good. Okay. So that's it. You can keep this on a low medium. Keep it warm. Don't boil it, because you don't want to curdle that whipping cream. But I'm going to tell you what, it's got a good flavor, just need a little bit more seasoning. You can taste that artichoke in it. That is some good. Let's see. You got all of that artichoke all in there. And you know, you don't have to put a pint of oysters. You can put 2 pints if you want. Look how pretty that is. So you can see that's all ready to go. So y'all go ahead. Y'all like this video. Like us on YouTube and Instagram and TikTok. You'll see it at the end of the video. All the spots where we're at. So y'all go like us and tune in next time. Never know what we're gonna cook.